Well, hello, YouTube. Steve Patton with General Patton Bushcraft back with you, friends. I'm back out in the backyard. Today we're doing another DIY project. It's a Bushcraft Bic lighter fire starting hack. Stay with me. Thank you so much for stopping by General Patton's Bushcraft and Self-Reliance on YouTube. I appreciate everything you do for the channel and all your support.
All right, friends, let's go over the supplies for this DIY project. What we got here is we got some duct tape, we got some jute twine, it's all natural fiber. I have a piece of brass tubing. I got this from Ace Hardware for $3. I got a Bic lighter, my trusty little Geotech mini stove, a Bushcraft Mora knife, and I have a quart pot here, and I have some wax already that I've already melted in here for a different project. So we got to build a fire in the Geotech Mini, and we have to melt this wax, cut a piece of jute twine, put it in the wax. We got to cut this brass tubing to the same length as this lighter. All right, let's get started.
Some sticks that we batoned up on one of the last videos when we were showcasing the Geotech stove. So these are ready to go. We got Nomi Girl out here. Pretty girl, she's ready to watch. She's in the video. Let's go ahead and get some pine needles. These are some ponderosa pine needles. We'll get those stuffed in here. Let's take our Bic lighter. See if we can't light these. Get these rocking and rolling. Get a nice little fire going in here so we can get this wax melted. Alright, friends, we got that fire going in the Geotech Mini. Let's go ahead and put our pot with this already previously melted wax. Looks like we got a little bit of rainwater in there, but we'll go ahead and put this on the fire. And while that's melting, let's go on to the next step. Let's cut our brass tubing. All right, friends, the wax that was in there, that old wax from another DIY project, didn't look too good. So let's go ahead and put some clean wax in there. This is some Gulf wax, household paraffin wax for canning, candle making, and many other uses. So let's go ahead and let's drop this whole thing in there. Put it on the fire. We'll put the lid on it and let that melt while we cut the brass tubing. Alright, let's get this brass tubing out of this packaging. Like I said, I got this at Ace Hardware for just about $3. That's what we're going to use. What we want to do is we want to cut it the same length as our lighter. So I'm going to put my thumb right here. That'll be our marker. Let's put our cutter on here. Let me open this up a little bit. Put this in here in the rollers. Tighten it down a little bit. Let me double check my length. It's a little bit long, so let's pull it back a little bit. Let's double check. A little bit more. It's pretty good right there. Measure 3 times, cut once. Let's tighten this up, and then we just spin this around, score it, Tighten it up again. Score it again. Tighten it up some more. Each time it cuts a little more. There we go. Just like that. Easy peasy. Okay. We got this for future projects. I like that. Okay. So next up, let's get some duct tape and tape our brass tube to the Bic lighter. You can check my DIY playlist and you can see that we have used this duct tape on another project with the Bic lighter. Can you hear that wax bubbling and popping, crackling? You guys hear that? Would have liked to have more duct tape, but that's all I have right now, so gotta try to make this work. Okay. Let's check on that wax. Alright, our wax is melted. Let's cut a piece of jute twine. Cut about let's see, a little over 2 feet. Let's go ahead and drop this in our pot. Let that soak it up real good. All right, let's go ahead and pull the jute twine out of the wax. Let this cool. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten this out while it's warm. Let that cool. We'll save this wax for another project. All right, here's our supply list. Let's go over that while this jute twine is cooling off. But we have some wax, paraffin wax, Bic lighter with our brass tubing. You could definitely use aluminum. I picked up the brass. Brass costs a little bit more money, but I like brass. Some jute twine. I got my Mora knife and a cutter, pipe cutter. This stuff is pretty cool. Let's go on to the... Okay, friends, we melted our wax. We soaked our jute twine in the wax. We cut our tubing. We've taped it to our Bic lighter. Let's feed some of the jute twine up through here. And we'll take the rest of this and we'll wrap it around. Let's wrap it around the lighter like so. We'll just tuck the end of this underneath. And there we go. We can pull this bottom and adjust our jute twine. And as this burns, we just unravel more and more off of here. Keep feeding it through the tube. So that's what it looks like. To the next step, let's light it, see how it works. All right, we're going to take this and bend it over into the area of the flame. See if we can't light this. There we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm saving the fluid in my lighter, and I have a much bigger flame now, and I can go and light whatever I need to. When I'm ready to turn it off, I just pull this down and it closes out the flame. Put it back up. Light it again, push it up, get our nice big flame, take it wherever I need to. I could light multiple candles, multiple stoves, multiple things at one time, and I'm saving all the fluid in my Bic lighter. Pull it down, shut it off, and it's ready to rock. Pretty cool little Bic lighter bushcraft hack. All right, friends, there you have it. That is the jute twine, wax jute twine, Bic lighter bushcraft hack. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a fun little DIY project that you can make with your kids, with your wife. Just light it. You got a bigger flame. Take it wherever you need to. You're ready to shut it off. Just pull this down inside the tube, snuff it out. All right, friends, there you have it. the Bushcraft Big Lighter fire starting hack. Hope you guys had fun. Tried it yourself, tried it in your backyard, try it at home, wherever you're at. Take your kids and your wife, your husband, and do a DIY project, General Patton style. All right. Thank you for stopping by the channel today. Before you leave, hit the subscribe button. Before you leave, hit the thumbs up. Before you leave me a comment. Before you leave, share the video. All right, friends. I appreciate everything you do for the channel, all your views, all your likes, all your shares, most importantly, all your comments. If you feel so inclined, you need some bushcraft tools or supplies, check out my General Patton Bushcraft and Self-Reliance storefront on Amazon. Help out the channel a little bit, friends. All right. Please, please don't depart from the faith. And if you haven't already, give your life to Christ. Do it today. Don't wait. And as always, God is good. God is great. I see y'all on the next video. Already got a date.